Minecraft might look simple, just blocks, biomes, and mobs. But behind that pixelated surface lies a world of secrets, stories, and surprising depth. From hidden mechanics buried in the code, to ancient updates most players forgot, to mobs with eerie origins and features that were quietly removed, this game is full of little mysteries. In this calm, relaxing deep dive, we're going to explore over 60 little-known Minecraft facts. The kind you won't hear from villagers or read on loading screens. Facts about the Endermen, the Void, forgotten mobs, ancient dimensions, and the developers who built it all, block by block. So whether you're playing in the background, falling asleep, or just feeling nostalgic, sit back, relax. Let's mine a little deeper into the world of Minecraft. Fact number 1. Endermen speak in reversed English. The unsettling sounds made by Endermen aren't just random noise. They're actually real voice lines, distorted and reversed. If you flip their audio files, you'll hear phrases like, "Hi, what's up?" and "Look for the eye." Mojang wanted Endermen to feel alien, but vaguely human, as if they used to be something else. That audio twist gives them just enough familiarity to make them deeply unnerving. Fact number 2. Beds exploding in the Nether was a bug that became canon. Originally, trying to sleep in the Nether just did nothing. But a glitch caused beds to explode when clicked in that dimension. Rather than fix it, Mojang leaned into the chaos, turning it into a feature. Today, beds are one of the most powerful tactical weapons against the Ender Dragon, and proof that sometimes bugs make the best mechanics. Fact number 3. Creepers were created by mistake. One of Minecraft's most iconic mobs, the Creeper, was never supposed to exist. While coding a pig mob, Notch accidentally swapped the height and length variables, creating a tall, thin, vertical creature. The weird result looked unnatural but oddly creepy, so Notch kept it, gave it a hiss and a deadly explosion, and changed Minecraft forever. Fact number 4. The sun and moon are always the same size. If you look up in Minecraft, the sun and moon appear identical in size, and that's not a coincidence. In the real world, this perfect size match is what allows solar eclipses to happen. Mojang included this as a subtle nod to real astronomy, even though eclipses never occur in-game. Just another hidden detail in a sky most players never really question. Fact number 5. Skeletons in the Nether were once just normal skeletons. Before wither skeletons were introduced, regular skeletons would spawn in nether fortresses. They looked out of place in the fiery redstone glow, and players constantly requested a better-fitting alternative. The tall, shadowy wither skeleton was Mojang's response, designed to match the nether's danger and give players a reason to fear more than just lava. Fact number 6. Ghast's cries are from a sleeping cat. The eerie moaning sounds of ghasts were accidentally recorded by Minecraft sound designer C48's sleeping cat. While testing audio equipment, the cat let out small yelps and whimpers during a nap. The distorted recordings were pitched and echoed into the haunting cries that now echo across the Nether's lava oceans. Fact number 7. Snow golems were inspired by a joke. Snow golems were never meant to be serious mobs. Notch originally added them as a joke feature for the Halloween update, just a snowman made with a pumpkin head. But fans loved them, especially their passive snow trailing behavior, and Mojang made them official. Today, snow golems serve as quirky defenders and a reminder that even silly ideas can become beloved parts of the game. Fact number 8. Villagers used to have creepy, unblinking eyes. In early versions of Minecraft, villagers had completely empty white eyes. No pupils, no blinking. This led to countless Herobrine theories and made villagers look cursed. The newer designs give them blinking animations and soft eyelids. But if you ever look back at the old villagers, it's easy to see why some players thought they were hiding something sinister. Fact number 9. Minecraft's world is almost limitless, but it breaks eventually. Theoretically, Minecraft's world is infinite, but due to technical limitations, it starts to break down past a certain point, around 30 million blocks from the center. This area is called the Far Lands, and in early versions, it was filled with warped terrain, floating fragments, and broken geometry. Mojang later removed it, but players still visit old versions just to see it. Fact number 10. The original name was Cave Game. Before it was called Minecraft, the project's working title was just Cave Game. It was a rough prototype about mining and placing blocks in a dark underground world. The name Minecraft came shortly after, combining mine and craft to reflect the core gameplay loop. A simple name for a game that would change the world. Fact number 11. The Ender Dragon was originally just a test boss. When Mojang first added the end, it was mostly empty, just void and obsidian pillars. The Ender Dragon was added as a placeholder boss to make the dimension feel complete. But players loved the idea of a climactic final battle, so Mojang expanded on it. Today, she's the only official final boss in Minecraft, and defeating her still feels like the closest thing the game has to a true ending. Fact number 12. You can break bedrock with creative tricks. Normally, bedrock is unbreakable, but advanced players have found ways to destroy it using redstone glitches, pistons, and mushroom growth mechanics. In older versions, these exploits let players access the nether roof, a vast empty space above the lava where nothing spawns. Mojang has patched most methods, but a few still exist for those who dare. Fact number 13. Slimes spawn in specific chunks underground. Unlike most mobs, slimes don't spawn randomly underground. They only appear in special slime chunks, a rare type of chunk determined by your world's seed. These areas are invisible to players, but can be found with tools like slime finder maps. That's why sometimes you dig for hours and never find one, and other times you're knee-deep in bouncing green goo. Fact number 14. Creepers are afraid of cats. Despite their terrifying silence and explosive nature, creepers are scared of one thing: cats. If you place tamed cats near your base, creepers will avoid them entirely, keeping your build safe. Why cats? No one knows for sure, but some fans think it's Mojang's way of giving players a soft counter to one of the game's most frustrating enemies. Fact number 15. Jeb_sheep. Cycle through all colors. If you name a sheep Jeb_ with a name tag, its role will continuously cycle through all 16 dye colors, like a rainbow. This is a tribute to Jens Bergensten, also known as Jeb, Minecraft's lead developer for years. The effect is purely cosmetic. The wool still drops the original color, but it's one of the game's most beloved and wholesome Easter eggs. Fact number 16. You can hear cave sounds that don't seem to come from anywhere. Every now and then, deep underground, Minecraft plays ambient cave noises. Low moans, distant clinks, eerie chimes. These don't always match anything in your environment. They're designed to invoke mystery and hint at a deeper world beneath your feet. Some believe these sounds are leftovers from cut mobs, or a future update that hasn't come yet. Fact number 17. Pigs used to be the only rideable mob. Before horses, striders, or even boats with chests, you could ride pigs, but only with a saddle and a carrot on a stick. This janky, hilarious method was the first vehicle in Minecraft. While not practical today, it's a nostalgic callback to how limited and charming the early game used to be. Fact number 18. The music discs tell a darker story. Minecraft's music discs are more than catchy tunes. Disc 11 plays a broken, static-filled recording of heavy breathing, footsteps, and panic. No music at all. Disc 13 has a gloomy, echoing tone. Many fans believe the discs hint at a forgotten tragedy or the story of an ancient explorer lost in the caves. Mojang hasn't confirmed anything, which only adds to the mystery. Fact number 19. The Wither was added because Minecraft needed a mid-game boss. The Ender Dragon was too late game. Regular mobs, too easy. Mojang added the Withering to give players a challenging fight in the mid to late game, one that didn't require finding the end. Spawning it using soul sand and wither skeleton skulls was inspired by summoning rituals, and its explosion on spawn gives players just enough time to panic. Fact number 20. The Nether was once called the Slip. Before settling on the name Nether, Mojang referred to the hellish dimension as the Slip in early internal documents. It was meant to represent slipping between realities, like a broken space underneath the real world. Over time, the Nether became its own place, with lore, structure, biomes, and even native mobs. But the original name still lingers in developer history. Fact number 21. Villagers have an internal memory system. Every villager in Minecraft tracks its own memory of where it lives, works, and sleeps. They remember beds, job blocks, and even bell locations in villages. When a raid starts, villagers actually run toward the bell to hide, not because it's magical, but because they associate it with safety. Mojang coded villagers to behave like real communities, with routines, gossip, and memory, even if they still stare at you with unsettling blankness. Fact number 22. Minecraft's Redstone is a simplified electricity system. Redstone isn't just magic, it's binary logic. The dust acts like wire. Repeaters delay or extend signal strength. Pistons, comparators, and observers form complex circuits. Entire working calculators, CPUs, and minigames have been built using only Redstone. In its own blocky way, Minecraft teaches players how electricity and logic gates work, without ever saying the word voltage. Fact number 23. Every Minecraft world has a seed, and some are famous. Every world in Minecraft is generated from a unique seed, a number that determines the terrain, biome layout, and structure placement. Some seeds have become legendary, like the one used in Minecraft's original title screen, which went undiscovered for over 9 years before fans finally found the exact coordinates in 2020. That random cliffside, it had a secret identity the whole time. Fact number 24. You can silence mobs with name tags. If you rename a mob using a name tag, it won't despawn, and in some cases, it gains special effects. For example, name a named sheep, Dinnerbone, or Grum, and it will appear upside down. Use Johnny on a Vindicator, and it will attack anything in sight. These Easter eggs are hidden dev jokes, some based on Mojang's staff nicknames. Fact number 25. Pillagers have a hidden social structure. Pillagers might seem like mindless raiders, but their AI has rules. Captains lead patrols, beasts function like tanks. In raids, they arrive in increasing waves of difficulty, like a tactical siege. And if a captain is killed, it triggers bad omen, tying aggression to consequence. Mojang intentionally designed pillagers as a mirror to villagers, an organized, violent shadow of civilization. Fact number 26. You can't sleep through a thunderstorm unless it's night. Thunderstorms darken the sky like night, but Minecraft won't let you sleep through them unless it's technically nighttime in the code. This small mechanic catches many players off guard and adds a subtle layer of tension when lightning strikes unexpectedly. Bonus fact: beds struck by lightning can ignite and even explode if the strike hits near certain blocks like TNT. Fact number 27. Beacons are powered by ore pyramids. The beacon is one of the few blocks in Minecraft that requires real construction knowledge. To activate its beam, you must build a pyramid of iron, gold, emerald, or diamond blocks, each tier unlocking stronger buffs. Mojang added this as a way to give players long-term goals for their wealth, and to create massive monuments that actually serve a gameplay function. Fact number 28. The void below bedrock can kill instantly. While bedrock seems like the end of the world, there's one more layer: the void. Falling into it bypasses fall damage and just kills you instantly with no recovery. In the end dimension, the void surrounds the islands, making it one of the most dangerous areas in the game. It's a reminder that no matter how infinite Minecraft feels, the world still has edges. Fact number 29. The Warden has no eyes, but sees everything. The Warden, introduced in 1.9, is the most terrifying mob ever added. It has no eyes, relying entirely on sound and smell. This makes it immune to invisibility and capable of detecting even minor vibrations. Sneaking past one is an intense challenge, especially since it deals enough damage to kill most players in 2 hits, even in full netherite. The Warden isn't a boss. It's a punishment for arrogance. Fact number 30. Paintings are based on real art by Minecraft's texture artist. The pixel art paintings you can hang in Minecraft aren't just random. They're based on real paintings by Christopher Zennerstrand, the original texture artist. He recreated classical and modern works in a pixelated style, including Van Gogh references, scenes of skeletons, and abstract weirdness. The result? A touch of real-world art history, hidden inside a digital sandbox. Fact number 31. Wolves can remember who hurt them. When you tame a wolf in Minecraft, it becomes your loyal companion. However, that loyalty comes with memory. Wolves will attack any mob or player that hits you, and they'll continue targeting that enemy until it's gone or out of range. Their aggression isn't random, it's scripted loyalty behavior. In the code, tamed wolves essentially bark threats to their owner. Fact number 32. Mushroom Islands are immune to monster spawns. The rare Mushroom Island biome isn't just weird looking. It's one of the only places in Minecraft where hostile mobs can't spawn, even at night or in caves. This makes it a perfect base location for peaceful players. The mycelium also spreads differently than grass, and the mushrooms that spawn there can be milked for mushroom stew with a bowl. No crafting table needed. Fact number 33. The Ocean Monument was designed to be visited late game. Ocean monuments are filled with Elder Guardians that apply mining fatigue, preventing block breaking. This was intentional. Mojang wanted players to reach them only after acquiring potions, enchanted armor, and maybe even a conduit. In short, they're gated by design, one of Minecraft's rare examples of environmental difficulty scaling. Fact number 34. Zombies can pick up gear and keep it forever. Some zombies can pick up dropped armor and weapons. If they equip it, it stays on, even through death, if they're converted to zombified villagers. If you accidentally drop a diamond sword near a horde, don't be surprised when one of them comes back swinging with it. Even worse, if that mob picks up a name tag, it becomes persistent and never despawns. Fact number 35. Minecraft was the first indie game to sell over 100 million copies. Minecraft's slow burn success became a juggernaut. After years of updates, community modding, and word of mouth, it became the first indie game in history to sell over 90 million units, and eventually passed 300 million. Mojang's decision to let the game grow organically made it a generational landmark. Fact number 36. Coral dies instantly outside water. Coral blocks found in warm oceans are vibrant and colorful, but the moment you place them outside a water source, they turn gray and dead. This mechanic mimics real coral bleaching, where temperature and environmental stress cause coral to lose color and life. Minecraft used this tiny detail to bring real-world ocean conservation awareness into a fantasy game. Fact number 37. Foxes can spawn with items already in their mouths. Wild foxes have a chance to spawn with items in their mouths, like emeralds, eggs, or even enchanted tools. This happens because they steal items they find lying on the ground before you ever arrive. Foxes also curl up to sleep during the day if it's safe, one of the few mobs with a rest animation. These little details make them feel almost real. Fact number 38. The compass points to world spawn, not your bed. Many new players assume the compass guides you to your bed. It doesn't. It always points to the original world spawn point where you first entered the world. To return home reliably, you'll need to either reset spawn with a new bed or craft a lodestone compass, which binds to any block you choose using a Nether-exclusive lodestone block. Fact number 39. The Nether is technically only 1/8 the size of the overworld. Every block traveled in the Nether equals 8 blocks in the overworld. This compression makes the Nether the fastest way to travel long distances, especially with properly placed portals. Some players build entire Nether transport networks beneath their base, linking distant locations together with insane efficiency. Fact number 40. Armor stands can be used in secret redstone traps. Armor stands aren't just decorative. They can trigger pressure plates, activate tripwires, and be moved with pistons. This makes them a hidden component in many redstone contraptions and traps. Skilled builders use armor stands to create puzzles, automatic doors, and even custom animation sequences using command blocks and data packs. Fact number 41. Herobrine was never real, but Mojang removed him anyway. The legend of Herobrine, a ghostly Steve with white eyes, started as a creepypasta but exploded into a full-blown fan myth. Players shared stories of strange structures, distant sightings, and eerie signs of being watched. Mojang leaned into the meme, famously including the line, "Removed Herobrine," in dozens of patch notes. Even though he was never in the game, it was their way of acknowledging the myth without breaking the magic. Fact number 42. The original end dimension was just a flat island. When the end was first introduced, it wasn't the vast, eerie wasteland it is today. It was just a flat island of end stone, a few obsidian pillars, and the Ender Dragon. No end cities, no Elytra, no chorus fruit. Mojang expanded the end over time, turning it from a forgotten boss arena into a sprawling alien ecosystem with its own resources and late-game rewards. Fact number 43. The parrots will mimic dangerous mobs nearby. Parrots, added in the 1.2 update, have a useful survival function. They imitate the sounds of nearby hostile mobs. If you hear a hissing, rattling, or zombie groan, even when no enemies are visible, it might be your parrot alerting you to something hiding nearby. It's subtle, clever, and often ignored until it saves your life. Fact number 44. You can freeze to death in snowy biomes. Starting in version 1.17, powder snow was introduced, an innocent-looking block that acts like a trap. If a player or mob stands in it too long without leather armor, they begin to freeze, taking damage over time. It's one of the few environmental hazards in Minecraft that doesn't involve fire or fall damage, and a quiet nod to the real dangers of cold weather. Fact number 45. Steve can carry over 1,300 tons of material. If you do the math, a single block of gold weighs roughly 19,000 kilograms. A fully loaded inventory can hold 37 stacks of that, meaning Steve is carrying over 1.3 million kilograms or 1,300 metric tons. It's a fun reminder that Minecraft physics exist in a world where a player can walk uphill while holding more weight than a freight train. Fact number 46. There was once a sky dimension that was cut. In early game files, Mojang included an unused sky dimension, IDDIM, meant to be a peaceful opposite of the Nether. It was scrapped, but later evolved into the end, with floating islands, void drops, and sky-themed terrain. Some mods, like Aether, took the concept further, giving players a glimpse at what might have been. Fact number 47. Striders are the only passive nether mob. Surrounded by ghasts, magma cubes, and wither skeletons, Striders are the only naturally peaceful creatures in the Nether. They walk on lava, shiver when cold, and can be ridden with a saddle and warped fungus on a stick. Their design is meant to evoke awkward innocence. Brightly colored, hairless, and totally out of place in their burning homeland. Fact number 48. Villagers can gossip, and it affects your reputation. Villagers don't just trade, they talk about you. If you harm one, nearby villagers will lower your reputation score, raising prices or refusing to trade. Help them during a raid, and they'll spread positive gossip, giving you discounts. This hidden social mechanic simulates a simple economy and encourages ethical play, even if you never see the system directly. Fact number 49. There's a rare chance lightning will create a skeleton horse trap. If lightning strikes within range of a player, there's a slim chance a skeleton horse will spawn. When approached, it splits into 4, each with a skeleton rider wearing enchanted gear. This rare event, called a skeleton trap, is one of Minecraft's only jump scare mechanics, and players who survive it gain a rideable horse with a spooky origin. Fact number 50. Glow squids were voted in by the community, but not everyone was happy. During Minecraft Live 2020, players voted to choose the next mob. The glow squid won against the Iceologer and Moobloom. While it adds a soft underwater shimmer and new ink effects, many players saw it as a safe choice, and the vote sparked debate over whether mobs should be picked via popularity contests. Mojang kept the vote, but it changed how fans saw player influence over the game's future. Fact number 51. The Enderman's design was inspired by Slenderman. Endermen didn't exist in the earliest versions of Minecraft. They were introduced after the rise of the Slenderman urban legend, which featured a tall, silent figure watching from afar. Mojang borrowed that unsettling presence, creating a neutral mob that doesn't attack unless you look it in the eyes. The teleportation, the height, the silence, it's all designed to make them feel like a glitch in reality. Fact number 52. Iron golems can offer poppies to villagers. Occasionally, iron golems will stop patrolling and gently offer a poppy to nearby villagers, particularly children. This animation has no gameplay effect, it's just world building. It shows that golems aren't just guardians, they're part of village culture. Mojang included it as a small moment of peace in an otherwise dangerous world. Fact number 53. Minecraft's title screen had a secret world for years. For nearly a decade, the blurred main menu background of Minecraft, post-beta, showed a cliffside valley that players assumed was just a render. But in 2020, players reverse-engineered the image and discovered it was a real seed. Now you can load it up yourself and stand in the very spot that millions saw but never recognized. Fact number 54. Zombies can turn villagers into zombie villagers. In hard difficulty, a zombie attack on a villager won't kill them, it'll transform them. Zombie villagers retain their clothes and profession and can be cured using a splash potion of weakness and a golden apple. This is one of Minecraft's rare redemption mechanics, where you can literally save someone from undeath and rebuild a village from nothing. Fact number 55. You can use banners to customize maps. Placing a banner in your world and right-clicking it with a map will mark it with a name and symbol. Great for navigation, quest hubs, or multiplayer roleplay. Few players use this feature, but it's powerful for creating custom lore-based overlays, dungeon markers, or even massive world-building projects. Fact number 56. Minecraft's rain puts out fires. Weather in Minecraft isn't just cosmetic. When it rains, exposed flames and campfires are extinguished, lava particles vanish, and mobs like blazes or strays behave differently. Rain also causes fishing loot tables to shift, improving catch rates. Even weather has depth, and it rewards players who pay attention to the sky. Fact number 57. You can ride a minecart with a mob in it. Nearly every mob can be pushed or dropped into a minecart. This includes villagers, creepers, pigs, and even endermen, though they'll teleport out eventually. Players have used this for mob zoos, automatic farms, and roller coaster traps. It's another example of how Minecraft's physics aren't locked to the player. They apply to everything in the world. Fact number 58. You can trade with piglins, but only if you're wearing gold. In the Nether, piglins will attack you on sight. unless you're wearing at least one piece of gold armor. This isn't superstition, it's coded respect. Piglins love gold, and wearing it signals to them that you're civilized. Throwing them gold ingots starts bartering, which can net rare items like soul speed books or obsidian. Just don't open a chest nearby, they'll turn hostile instantly. Fact number 59. There's an achievement you can only get by flying into lava. In Minecraft Java Edition, the Hot Tourist Destinations advancement requires you to visit every nether biome, some of which are dangerously vertical or filled with lava. Some players only complete it by using a Lystra flight, risking lava death for exploration. It's one of the few challenges that forces players to use mobility tools just to check boxes. Fact number 60. Minecraft has no canon ending, and that's on purpose. Beating the Ender Dragon unlocks the End Poem, a surreal, existential monologue written by Julian Goff. It references dreams, reality, and the player's creative power. Mojang included it to remind players that the real story is theirs, not the game's. Minecraft isn't about finishing the game. It's about making something worth remembering. Fact number 61. Shulkers can teleport, and you can hear it. Shulkers, the purple shell mobs found in end cities, don't just shoot levitation bullets. They teleport when attacked. What's more subtle is the distinct popping sound they make when vanishing or reappearing. This makes locating them feel like hunting ghosts in a maze, especially when they cling to walls, ceilings, or hide in corners. Their movement logic is intentionally unpredictable, adding a layer of tension even in late game zones. Fact number 62. You can milk mushrooms for suspicious stew. Mushrooms can be milked with a bull to get mushroom stew. But if you first feed them a flower, they'll produce suspicious stew instead. Each flower grants a different potion effect when consumed. It's a quirky, hidden mechanic that allows peaceful players to brew potions without a brewing stand, using livestock and wildflowers. Fact number 63. Axolotls will play dead to avoid damage. In combat, axolotls have a rare chance to enter a playing dead state when hurt, which causes mobs to lose interest in them. After a few seconds, they recover and rejoin the fight. This is inspired by real axolotl biology, where they can regenerate limbs and often escape predators with similar behavior. It's one of Minecraft's most biologically accurate mechanics. Fact number 64. Phantoms only spawn if you haven't slept for 3 days. Phantoms are the game's way of punishing insomnia. If you haven't slept in a bed for 3 in-game days, they begin spawning at night and hunting you from the sky. This mechanic was added in version 1.13 after a community vote, intended to subtly encourage regular rest cycles, and to remind players that even in a blocky world, sleep matters. Fact number 65. The compass spins wildly in the Nether and End. Bring a compass into the Nether or End, and it will spin erratically, unable to point to spawn. That's because these dimensions don't follow overworld magnetic rules. The only way to make a compass work there is to craft a lodestone compass, which locks onto a specific block and gives players their own customized point of orientation in otherwise lawless realms. Fact number 66. You can wear a carved pumpkin to avoid Enderman aggro. Staring at an Enderman triggers aggression, but if you wear a carved pumpkin on your head, they'll ignore you completely. The trade-off? Your field of view is heavily restricted by the carved texture overlay. It's a classic high-risk, high-reward trick used by speedrunners and hardcore players exploring the End. Fact number 67. You can use snowballs to damage blazes. Snowballs usually don't do damage to mobs, except blazes. Because they're fire-based, snowballs hurt them like projectiles. This gives players an early nether exploration, a way to fight without rare arrows or enchantments. Mojang designed this intentionally, as a rock, paper, scissors mechanic between elements. Fact number 68. Hostile mobs will avoid rails. Most hostile mobs won't walk across minecart rails, even if they're not powered. This quirk in pathfinding AI can be used to protect villages, create monster-free zones, or even trap mobs inside cages with rail boundaries. It's one of those small, undocumented behaviors that only longtime players or accidental geniuses discover. Fact number 69. Falling anvils deal more damage than a diamond sword. A falling anvil does more than just repair your tools. It becomes a deadly weapon. From a great enough height, it can one-shot unarmored mobs and players, dealing up to 20 plus points of damage. Creative players have used this for traps, mob farms, and even anvil-based dueling arenas. It's one of the few items in Minecraft that can kill and craft. Fact number 70. Minecraft's clock block is one of the few items that works differently in the Nether. The clock shows the sun's position above the overworld, but in the Nether, or End, it spins erratically, just like the compass. This chaos isn't a bug, it's a subtle way Mojang reinforces that time doesn't work the same in other dimensions. The world keeps moving, but once you leave the surface, your sense of day and night is lost. And that brings us to the end of our journey. 70 Minecraft facts, pulled from the edges of code, community legends, and the overlooked corners of a world we've all come to love. Whether you were listening while building, relaxing before bed, or just letting the music of Minecraft carry you back, thanks for being here. If you learned something new today, or just enjoyed the calm ride through the blocks, leave a like to let the algorithm know it was worth watching. Got a favorite fact? Or one I missed? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear your own Minecraft memories and hidden discoveries. And if you want more cozy, deep dives, game lore, or long-form documentaries to relax or fall asleep to, consider subscribing. There's a lot more to explore. Until next time, stay curious, stay creative, and may your next spawn point be somewhere beautiful.